Good morning, it's Karen, and it's time to draw my June TBR. If you haven't been here before, I essentially have 3 jars and they rank my interest levels. So the first jar, the dragon jar, are the ones that I'm most interested in. My Prince Charming jar is the ones that are like second tier. I'm excited to read at some point this year, but not priority. And the last jar is just sort of like wilds that I have found over the years, added, and we'll see what we get. Last month was a little wild because a lot of my picks were books that I owned, and currently I am struggling to read physically just because of the downtime that I have. I don't have any. However, I am devouring audiobooks, so maybe June is my audiobook pick month. Let's cross our fingers and let's get to the jars. My dragon jar. We have not very many left. Our first pick is it's a bluey green, and I keep calling it green, and for you it looks like blue. It's like a teal. Okay, here we go. Okay. So this is Children of Men, and I actually did pick this up in May, and didn't like it. So look forward to that review. Put that one away. Draw another one. All right, we're getting down to the last ones. Here we go. Timeline. This one's by Michael Crichton. I have actually read the prologue because someone mentioned on my last video, who was it? I think it was Joanna, mentioned that it has the best prologue, and I had to go ahead and read it, and it has an amazing prologue, and I can't wait to read the rest of it. And we usually draw 2 out of the dragon jar. We are getting down to, there's 3 left after this one, so you've got probably another science fiction. This is, oh yes, I wanted to read this one this month. Okay. Children of Time. This is Mr. Adrian Tchaikovsky. Now, here's what's funny about Adrian Tchaikovsky is that the Tchaikovsky that I know is very different than the Tchaikovsky that most SF readers know, because I know the Pyotr Ilyich Tchaikovsky, the famous composer. For those of you who are not as into music, you would know him by the Nutcracker Suite. You would recognize all of his stuff from the Nutcracker Suite. Adrian Tchaikovsky, on the other hand, is a totally different man with some amazing facial hair. And this book is a chunky book, and I can take this one out of the library. I'm very excited. I think there is some sort of colonizing in space, and then we come across a planet with some aliens that look suspiciously like spiders. I think that's what it is. It's a whole series. If I end up really enjoying this first one, there are 2 other books, I think, to read, and I'm pretty certain these ones won a ton of awards. Both contain the word time. That's cool. Let's put you back. Drawing my Prince jar. These are ones that I'm interested in eventually. Yellow. Oh, this is interesting. This is the year of biblical womanhood. I don't know. This came up in my library as a suggestion, and it sounded intriguing to me. It's nonfiction about a woman who decides to live as the Bible dictates. Sounds enlightening. Then we have the next one, another yellow. So yellows are classics or nonfiction. Okay. So this is another Adam Rutherford. I am currently reading The Brief History of Everyone Who Ever Lived. If I end up liking it, I will definitely check this one out. This one's called Control, and it's about how people use race and genetics to control population in propaganda or beliefs or eugenics, basically. Enlightening, but a little more heavy. I mean, I was kind of hoping one of those would get picked. I was trying to manifest. This is my hero's journey. These are ones that are wild. Purple, fantasy. Now, believe it or not, I am a fantasy person. Generally, I read mostly fantasy. You wouldn't see that this year because my focus has been so much science fiction, but generally speaking, I am a fantasy lover through and through. This is the Story of Silence. So this is one that I've owned for a number of years. It just sounded like a really cool story. I think it's medieval. There is a woman who disguises herself as a knight, sort of takes on this knighthood persona. I'm not really sure. It's been a while since I've looked at it, but I do own this one, and it's got a pretty cool cover, so. Okay. Let's draw two more. Yeah, why not? This is the King's Dragon. Okay, no, I'm only gonna draw one more. King's Dragon. This is one I own. This is by Kate Elliott, I believe. This is a paperback that I got more than a decade ago because I heard Kate Elliott does dragons really well. So I don't know what this one's about, but this one has been so big that it has been on my to-read shelf for so long. I'm going to draw one more, and I'm going to see if it's something that I could listen to on audiobook. And if not, then you're going to get some wild audiobooks for this year, for this month. Purple. Okay, there you go. I will do this one on audiobook. This is The Archive Undying. I saw the author do an interview, and she talked about giant mecha meshed with AI, and I thought that sounded really cool. So I know this one is on audiobook, so this will be my audiobook for the month. And I think that is a pretty fantastic TBR for June. It has a lot of things that I am focusing on this year. It's got my science fictions that I'm focused on. It's got some of my anticipated reads that I've been looking forward to. And let's just get rid of some of those books that have been lingering on my shelves. My name is Karen. I am the Book Liberaut. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.
I would pick this one. Can I pick that one?
You can pick it. Make it a long stem. A long stem. Go all the way down to the bottom. We do this at the end every time. 5-star predictions. Let's see what ones I would say are 5 stars. Okay. Hands down. Children of Time. This should be a 5-star. Control, I think, is easily a 5 stars. And I think The Archive Undying is going to really blow my mind. So I'm going to predict these are 5 stars. I would be happy if the other ones are 5 stars, but these 3, 5 stars. Please, 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 please. 5-star gods. Bestow upon me many.